Hello. Jesus, you guys got here fast. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hold on, I'm setting up the poll. I gotta set up the poll. You gotta give me a second to set up the poll. Have you liked and subscribed yet? No, I hate the earth. Chrissy, wake up! You don't get to do that here. Onyx with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Onyx. I appreciate you and I love you. How's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday? Oh, we're gonna pop my white monster. I am also known as the White Monster. Hello from the UK. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti Videos broadcast. We're going to figure out what's going on today. What's going on today, Valenti? Well, I know a couple of things that are going on, and none of it's good. Mass shooting in Minneapolis, I believe, at a Catholic school for elementary school kids. I'm pretty sure there's 2 confirmed dead already. One of them's 8 years old. The other one's 10. And then 17 people are wounded. Most of them kids. A couple in critical condition. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. But another day in America. You know what I mean? This is not very uncommon in the United States. So if you're watching this from another nation and you're surprised by my lackadaisical attitude about it, it's a tragedy, but it's also not uncommon. It is unfortunately not uncommon. Thank you for the $200 donation. Love from Minnesota. I appreciate your money. Thank you very much. And sorry about all the shit that you guys are going through right now. It's a tragedy. But WWW, thank you very much. Much love right back to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Listen, guys, I think that there are some things that simply everybody agrees on, whether even the people who voted for Trump, which is that, shooting up a school is a bad thing. No matter what the reason is, no matter what the cause is, it's obscene. It's absurd. It's disgusting. Anyway, we're going to cover a little bit of that. And then Trump's he's putting a 50% tariff on India. Excuse me. As punishment for them accepting Russian oil. Which is funny because this is the same fucking shit that'll always happen every time we put sanctions on Russia. The BRICS nations are directly competing with us. Apparently Trump called Waltz. At least he's got a shred of decorum. At least he's got a fucking shred of decorum. I just saw a post on Twitter that a woman used a water gun on her husband. What? Wait, so Trump put tariffs on India because they won't accept Russian oil? No. Trump is putting a 50% tariff on India because India is going to keep on buying oil from Russia, right? And the thing is our punishment for Russia not doing a peace deal in Ukraine is putting sanctions on them, right? The thing is that if Russia is capable of trading with the rest of the BRICS nations, including India, well, that's 48% of the world population. So India trading with Russia, taking their oil, just counteracts Trump's consequences on Putin for not coming up with a peace deal, right? You hear what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down? So essentially, he's trying to punish India for fucking over his Ukraine peace deal. You see what I'm saying? But India doesn't give a shit because India can trade with Russia and with China and Brazil. Who's the S? Is this South Africa? Who's the S in BRICS? Brazil, Russia, India, China. Who's the, is it South Africa? It is? Nice. Knew it. Yeah, I got it right. I got it right. 90 deals in 90 days, though, right? Yeah, gonna end the war in Ukraine on day one, though, right? Ooh, yeah, ooh, I gotta end that war. This war would have never happened under me. Isn't that right, Vladimir? Я готов отвечать, comrade Trump. If you were the president, I never would have had this war. Also, you should not do mail-in ballot in your country if you want safe and secure election. You heard it there, folks. Vladdy said, and you heard it on the mic. Did you hear it? He said, the fake news media, did you hear it? He said, ooh, I would have never invented you. And frankly, he makes a good point. Thank you for the $2. Love from Arizona. Tech Gear DNC funded. Thank you for the DNC funding. I really do appreciate that. Speaking of DNC funding, did you guys see the article that just came out? Taylor Lorenz article, Dem influencers paid. Dude, did you guys see this article that just came out? Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this? This shit came out today, like Taylor Lorenz. Have you guys, Bella Kafefi, have you guys seen this article yet today? It just dropped. It just dropped. Yo, all right, so here's the thing. So get this. People all the time. I'm going to record this. Okay, so people all the time accuse me of being paid by the DNC. Thank you for the $5, brother. I appreciate that. People accuse me all the time of being paid by the DNC. I'm not. As we've talked about, this is real independent media. I'm a fucking socialist, first of all, right? I'm not a lib. The DNC would not like me. I'm far too controversial. I'm far too vitriolic. But Taylor Lorenz on Wired.com just dropped this article. And it's fucking nuts, bro. Apparently, allegedly, there is a dark money group secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers. And guess who's not on that list? Boing! So, like, here's my thing. I know this will never be enough evidence for the MAGA people. And this whole video isn't going to be, hi, I'm Chris Valenti, and I swear to God I'm innocent. This is just a crazy article about these Democrat influencers who are getting paid $8,000 a month to push the party line. Okay? Now, so if you want to understand why it's so hard for fucking socialists like myself to gain any traction, it's because the fucking DNC is funding these, like, fucking libs $8,000 a month to just toe the party line no matter what. You ever wondering why Aaron Parnas doesn't really push the boundaries when it comes to Israel and Gaza? It's got something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will always give you my straight up forward-fronting opinion, because who am I going to piss off? I mean, I'm going to piss off a lot of people, but I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any advertisers. I don't have any funding. So I'm not going to say the wrong thing and lose a deal. And even, I don't give a fuck, even if I had deals, which I don't. But that's my point, is that a lot of the people who the liberals raise up to be like, oh, these are the, we'll get to it, Cole. We're going to get to it. A lot of the people that the liberals raise up to be their, like, beacons of, you know, the truth and independent journalism, they're after the bag. They're after the bag. A dark money group is secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers. An initiative aimed at boosting Democrats online offers influencers up to $8,000 a month to push the party line. All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content. Well, it ain't a fucking secret no more, sweetheart. It ain't a fucking secret no more. Wait, you've read your last article? You've read your last article? Because I read this, we don't get to read it again? Are you out of your fucking mind? I gotta... I don't like capitalism. I don't like it. That is so fucking annoying. I ain't paying for that shit. Taylor Lorenz ain't getting my bread. Paywalling the news is insane, bro. This is hyper-capitalist rat shit. I'm gonna need my fellas on it. Click away. Guy in the chair. I know I have some guys in the chair. Let me get my guys in the chair. Get to work. I mean, that is bullshit, right? Is that my guy in the chair? Let's see. Is it gonna work? I don't know if it's gonna work. Might not work. Nah. That didn't work. What about that one? That didn't work. Luigi, stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That didn't do it. All right, that's a damn shame. This fucking article is locked. This article is locked. Open with remove paywall. I tried it. I tried it. Fuck that. Thank you, Lizard, for the gifted memby. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. But regardless, I already read the article once, so I'll just give you the spiel of it. I already cut the recording, but I'll give you the spiel of it. Essentially, there's like a group of, how many was it? It was, I think it was like 70 or 80 influencers. And like in total, they add up to something between like 13 to like 20 million followers online, right? And each one of them was offered $8,000 a month to report only on what the Democratic Party line would approve of. And they had to like never, ever, 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 ever mention that they were being paid without running the risk of being removed and having the money flow permanently cut. It was 90 influencers. Jesus. Aaron Parnas was on there. I don't know. I don't remember the rest of the names, but yeah, no. So here's the thing. When you're online and you're watching some of these people, you got to be careful and really try to clock if they're like a super lib. And you're going to have to be careful, you know. I'll put money on Dean and Parker being paid. I don't know about that. To be frank, I don't know about that. Maybe Harry Sisson, you know, because he actually like, you know, like hangs out or hung out with like Biden and shit. But I don't know about Dean and Parker. Access denied on the Google Doc. Flavor vape. I think it's orange mango. Try now. No way. This is the article. All right, this is the article, but it's copy and pasted into a Google Doc. That's fucking crazy. All right, I promise to God this is the article because I already read it. Good shit, Nelson. Good shit. Let's read. I don't want to make a video of this because if I don't have like the actual article template, like I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I mean? But let's just look at a little bit of this. $8,000, right? Let's see. Lorenzo, non-binary creator in Columbus, Ohio. 13 million followers across the social platforms. Women in America. I think there's at least 4 other things I could change, but the vibe I got from their email was that there would be minimal, if any, changes. I don't feel strongly about pushing, to be honest. Gen Z news influencer. They aren't going to modify it anymore. Seems like it's a take it or leave it. So they're talking about the contract here. Stage 5, acceptance. For signing on to the deal. Okay. Content creators who challenged Kamala Harris, including Hassan Piker, a well-known influencer on the left, were similarly unwelcome at campaign events. Hell yeah! Our boy Hassan's not on there. And neither the fuck am I! American espionage in Greenland uncovered. Yeah, I believe it. I'll check it out. The secretive Chorus Creator Incubator Program. That sounds crazy. Chorus Creator Incubator Program. Powerful liberal dark money group called the 1630 Fund might tip the scales. What's the 1630 Fund? Empowering progressive change makers. The 1630 Fund believes in the power of new ideas, creative partnerships, and emerging leaders to create meaningful and everlasting solutions to the most pressing challenges of our time. We help change makers maximize their impact by providing operational support that allows them to focus on advancing their core missions. All right. Here's my thing. I am all for people putting money into, like people like us. Right? Like actual progressive values and leftist values. But that's not what this is. That's not what this is. That's pushing for liberal status quo. That's pushing for maintaining what we already have, not actual progressive values. This is just bullshit. That's crazy. Centrist Gen Z influencer who spoke at the 2024 DNC, former Playboy executive, David Pakman. Jesus Christ. If I want to work with another politician, I have to fully collaborate with them, said one creator who was offered the contract but ultimately declined to take it and asked not to be named. If I get Zohran and he wants to do an interview with me, I don't want to give that to them. Yeah, no, at least somebody had fucking values. At least somebody had some values. I wonder who that is. If I get Zohran, he wants to do an interview with me, I don't want to give that to them. That's a good quote. I saw that, Malenti. Yeah, the DNC shut down the Gaza resolution. It's fucking disgusting. The contracts reviewed by Wired prohibit standard partnership disclosures, declaring that creators will, quote, not publicize their relationship with Chorus or tell others that they're members of the program without Chorus's prior express consent. They also forbid creators from disclosing the identity of any funder and give Chorus the ability to force creators to remove or correct content based solely on the organization's discretion if that content was made at a Chorus-organized event. Quote, there are some real great advantages to housing this program in a nonprofit. It gives us the ability to raise money from donors. It also, with this structure, it avoids a lot of the public disclosure or public disclaimers, you know, paid for by blah, 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 that you see on political ads. We don't need to deal with any of that. Your names aren't showing up on, like, reports filled with the FEC. Holy shit. Yo, this is kind of fucking nuts, right? This is kind of fucking nutty, bo buddy. What up, Jack? We got a list of Dems who were being paid by the like a shadow group. That's fucking nuts. Crazy shit, doggies. Crazy shit. And then yeah, the where is it? Yeah, the amendment to the Gaza resolution has been voted down by House Democrats. Democrats, by the way, Democrats. Democrats have voted down an amendment to, stop funding Israel. Democrats. You need to understand, this is why I try to tell you all the time, the Democrat Party is not here to save you, okay? It is up to people like us. It is up to people who are further to the left than the DNC. Real progressive values, real socialist movements, people who care about society, not about fucking fattening their pockets and gaining more power every goddamn day. Oh, brother, wanting the fjog, wanting the fjog, wanting the fjog. Give me back my frames. Give them back. Oof. We should all just come together and build that commune. Yeah, at this point, it's not going to be in the U.S., dogs. We may want to fucking buy some land in the D.R. Build a commune there. Ugh. Look at this. Trump's planned Chicago Blitz would use naval base to house ICE agents and possibly National Guard. Yeah, dude, he's gonna fucking raid Chicago. My boy's gonna raid Chicago. The jets are gonna come out. It's gonna be nutty. It ain't gonna be good. I can tell you this much: when he fully invades Chicago, it ain't gonna be good. George Soros and his wonderful radical left son should be charged with RICO because of their support of violent protests and much more all throughout the United States of America. We're not going to allow these lunatics to rip apart America anymore, never giving it so much as a chance to breathe and be free. Soros and his group of psychopaths have caused great damage to our country. That includes his crazy West Coast friends. Be careful, we're watching you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. There's a sick rumor going around that the fake news NBC extended the contract to one of the least talented late night television hosts out there, Seth Meyers. He has no ratings, talent, or intelligence, and the personality of an insecure child. So why would fake news NBC extend this dope's contract? I don't know, but I'll definitely be finding out. Dude, no shot he's coming for Seth fucking Meyers. What is this?
3 hours and 17 minutes.
Oh, that's 13 minutes long. Fuck that. Republicans, ban mail-in voting. President DJT. Jesus. Thanks for the gifted Memby. Much appreciate. Congratulations, Cracker Barrel, on changing your logo back to what it was. All of your fans very much appreciate it. Good luck into the future. Make lots of money. And more importantly, make your customers happy again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tweets like he's sending letters. Bro, he fucking does royal decrees on here. The other day he goes, I hereby order from this truth. He fucking said it, bro. Here, look, right it. Yeah, here. Look, he's like talking about like some dumb shit and he goes, this must end and end now with this truth. I put all countries with digital taxes. What do you mean with this truth? What do you mean? Here, I hereby order, by royal decree, by the word of God. Oh, I'm gonna come. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's fucking nuts. The guy's insane. The guy's nuts.
Minneapolis families. These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is...
Oh, yeah, guys, wait a minute, just so you understand. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Pay attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Here's what's about to happen. Unfortunately, this shooter was a trans man, okay? And it is going to become the talking point of the right. They are going to ride with this shit. They're going to say that, trans people shoot schools up. They will be riding with that, and you need to prepare yourself for that.
Is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country.
He's right. I mean, listen, I don't know what the solution is other than more gun restrictions, I guess. Hold on, Mr. Valeni, what do you believe the next step is after Ukraine? What do you believe the next step after Ukraine is for Russia? Oh, they're not going to get the entirety of Ukraine. The next step for Russia is the rest of Ukraine. They're going to get like the eastern portion of it, like 20%. The rest is taking the rest of Ukraine. But back to this. Let me explain this. I support the Second Amendment. I'm a gun owner. I support gun rights. But what I also understand is that there are far too many people who have access to incredibly high-powered weapons. And I believe that, you know, the shooting itself is mental health crises. But what we could do when it comes to the weaponry is you can do damage control, right? And my example would be if a mass shooter has a 100-round drum magazine and a fully automatic weapon, they're going to be able to take out a lot more people than if they have a fucking 5-round magazine semi-automatic. So all I'm trying to say is that it is a two-pronged issue to solve gun violence. Yes, it's a mental health issue because nobody in their right mind shoots up a fucking school. But two, if we have a problem with people shooting up schools, the best thing that we could do right now is damage control and try to limit the amount of damage that can be done in a short period of time and give the police and the SWAT and the emergency response teams time to like flood into these zones. Full auto is illegal, Chris. That's not true. But also, I'm using it as an example. I'm using it as an example of there are two weapons. One of them can do more damage in a short amount of time than the other. I'm just using it as an example, but that also is not true. Full auto is not illegal. How have you been keeping up with what Israel is doing with their plan in the Middle East? What do you mean how? Oh, how? You didn't say how. Have you? Yes, I have been keeping up. Donnie has broken his record for longest time not going golfing. Don't think he's doing good. Shit, that's a good point. That's a good point. Because you got to stand for golf. He's also been sitting a lot behind that desk, doing the cabinet meetings behind the desk. Like, he sits all the time. He ain't letting his legs on camera. Great Lakes Naval Base only 10 minutes from there. That's why you saw the military? Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, hold on. I just got a text here. Oh. You see the bruise today? No, anybody got a picture of today's bruise?
Can't just be words. There needs to be action. And when we have seen school shooting after school shooting, when we have seen churches get shot up by horrible actors, I think the impetus has to be on all of us as leaders to do a whole lot more.
Period, King.
It's on all of us. And I have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed at our trans community.
Dude, let me point something out. You know how, like, whenever there's, like, a school shooter and it's, like, a Christian white male, you know what the fucking Republicans immediately do? They go, don't politicize this. It's too soon. It's too early. Don't politicize this. As soon as it's a fucking trans shooter, they immediately jump on the fucking hate bandwagon to the point where I don't know. I have no evidence of this. I'm going to pull it up. I would be willing to bet that Charlie Kirk has probably already said something about this. Charlie Kirk has probably already said something extremely transphobic. I want to see. Charlie Kirk. Because or Matt Walsh definitely has. I bet you Matt Walsh already has. Let's see. Let's see if Charlie Kirk has. There it is. There it is. Was the shooter on hormone therapy? Was he on SSRIs? We deserve to know. It's not painful to seek the truth. You are crazy enough to want to hormonally and surgically change your sex and you have a mental disorder and you are too crazy to own a firearm. Dude, told you. Told you. Immediately. 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 The knife is really chilling. Jesus Christ. Of suspected trans shooter. These people are so fucking disgusting. It's too early. You can't talk about this. No, thoughts and prayers. It's too early to talk about this. We need to let the bodies are still warm. And then this comes. The suspected trans shooter. How about just the suspected shooter? Oh. Hormone therapy is creating child murdering domestic terrorists and should be banned nationwide, says Will Chamberlain. Jesus fucking Christ. I told you they're gonna ride with this. The children who were gunned down today are martyrs. May God bless their families and may God bring redemption out of this moment. He's talking about revenge on the trans community. These fucking people are insane, dude. Oh my God. Dude, this guy's got 6 million wasn't enough on his shit. And like, dude, this is like some fucking crazy Nick Fuentes type shit. I'm confused on that. Yeah, I'm confused on that. Chris, why did Charlie even bring up the SSRIs? Because they believe anybody and everybody who takes like any sort of antidepressant or anti-anxiety pill is a mentally unstable individual. Okay, so I'm gonna make a video about this, bro. I gotta make a video about this. So there was a mass shooting at a Catholic school / Catholic church in Minneapolis. And it's tragic. It's brutal. It's disgusting. It's terrible. Couple of kids died. And I think like 17 more kids are wounded. It's brutal. It's disgusting. And when, you know how when there's a mass shooting and it turns out they're like some like insane Republican MAGA nut job Nazi and the news and people like us, we try to cover it, right? And you know what happens immediately is the Republicans and the conservatives, they all come out and go, don't politicize this, you sick fuck. The bodies are still warm. You thoughts and prayers only. Don't you politicize this. You know, that's always the reaction. And I think it's unfair. I think it's always been unfair. It's like, no, if you really want to solve the fucking problem, then we don't just close our eyes and plug our ears and go, no, 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 thoughts and prayers. We have to, it takes action. And this shooter, this piece of shit monster, because of the actions that they committed, that's why they're a monster. This shooter happened to be trans. Okay? And immediately, the Republican Party, and I'm talking, this shit just happened, okay? Immediately, the Republican Party and their fucking paid pundits like Charlie Kirk are diving on the trans community. And this is going to be, they're gonna roll with this. They're gonna ride with this. This is like the fucking Reichstag fire for the trans community. These monsters, the fascist dogmen, are going to say that all trans people need to be punished for this action. And they're already saying it. Talking about like how these kids are martyrs and there must be redemption. Against... Sorry, holy shit. Against who? You're going to attack what? The entire trans community? For the... like. Meanwhile, it's like 90%... of the school shooters, of the mass shooters, are fucking white Christian men. But no, this time we're gonna jump on it and we're gonna look at some of the shit that Charlie Kirk is posting online on Twitter, because dude, it's fucking nuts. And Charlie Kirk is the one who's always like thoughts and prayers, 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 thoughts and prayers. Ready? So right when it happens, before anybody knows, before anybody knew that it was a trans person, he goes, please pray for the faith community at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis. Reports of an active shooter right now and as many as 20 victims. Pray! All caps, he goes, pray! Now, watch how it transitions, no pun intended, when he finds out this. He goes, evidence is emerging of the suspected shooter in Minneapolis and appears to be a psychotic, manic 22-year-old young man, possibly trans, who left an 11-minute manifesto video on YouTube just hours before the shooting happened. The video has been taken down. The suspect wrote names and the weapons that he used, including, quote, kill Trump now, McVeigh, where is your God, burn Israel, and 6 million was not enough, end quote. He had a human-shaped target with Jesus' face attached to it. Hatred destroys the soul. Now watch how this keeps on evolving into, it goes from criticism, I'm not kidding, this is about to go from criticism of a school shooter to criticism of antidepressants and all trans people. It is fucking demented. Update. The suspected Minneapolis school shooter included a Defend Equality sticker on his manifesto that included a rifle over a trans flag. He also allegedly pursued a legal name change to Robin, his apparent trans name. He wrote, quote, "Kill Donald Trump," end quote, on the weapon used in the school shooting. First Nashville, now this. How many times makes it a trend? Next post. The children who were gunned down today in Minneapolis are martyrs. May God bless their families, and may God bring redemption out of this moment of such immense and terrible grief. The word martyr there is very intentional. That is implying some form of revenge, okay? And here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they got the shooter alive, right? There's going to be charges. There's going to be revenge, even though the legal system is not supposed to be about revenge. It's supposed to be, no, not a false flag. It's not a fucking false flag. Jesus Christ. The legal system is more so about, incarceration and redemption rather than, oh no, she offed herself? Ooh. Well, that's a damn shame. Shit. Listen, in my eyes, that's not justice. Justice is when you throw somebody in fucking prison and lock him in a box for life. That's not justice. Anyway, it's too clean. I disagree. So then this guy, beans. He says, hormone therapy is creating child-murdering domestic terrorists and should be banned nationwide. So now they are blaming this school shooting on hormone therapy. It keeps getting worse, by the way. Keeps getting worse. Breaking. Law enforcement sources are now confirming 2 names for the suspected trans shooter. What do you mean, the suspected trans shooter? It's just a fucking shooter. Who gives a shit about the identity of a fucking mass murderer or a school shooter? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? And they say that like the libs or the Dems or the leftists are all obsessed with gender identity. No, the fuck we're not. It's clearly you. Quote, Robin Westman and Robert Westman. The shooter may have used both names. We're being told by those sources it is unclear which name local authorities will be announcing and how they will be treating the name in official documents. What, do you see how quickly this whole story transitioned from children being killed to, oh my God, it's a trans person who did it. Yummy, 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 yummy. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is fucking demented. This is Annunciation Catholic School. Will the media mention this? Yeah, they probably fucking will, dude. Robin Westman, the Minneapolis Catholic Church shooter over the years. A national conversation will now be held. Oh my God, bro. Thanks, Chris Morgan, for becoming a loyalist. They're genuinely going to blame a school shooting on SSRIs, hormone replacement therapy, transgender for all, as they like to say. The Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, yeah, that's a based-ass shirt. The knife is really chilling. Oh, dude, you motherfuckers have, like, skulls with rifles crossed behind it. Shut the fuck up. Did you cover Trump banning COVID vaccines? He can't do that. He can attempt, but he can't actually do that. But no, I haven't covered it. Reminder, Governor Tim Walz signed multiple laws in 2023 making Minnesota a sanctuary state for children to receive trans medical services. 2 days ago, he once bragged about his state being a safe haven for transgender people.
Minnesota ranks the highest per capita for being a safe haven for transgender individuals in Minnesota. And can I just say, we can talk about economic growth and feeding children and growing the economy and creating jobs simultaneously with talking about everybody's human rights matters, and we shouldn't be demonizing them. You can do both.
And they're gonna say that's a bad. All right, let's keep reading. Charlie Kirk, if you are crazy enough to want to hormonally and surgically change your sex, then you have a mental disorder and you are too crazy to own a firearm. All right, so now the Republicans are just moving into transgender people deserve less rights or different rights. A two-tier justice system. That's just simply discrimination. Was the shooter on hormone therapy? Was he on SSRIs? We deserve to know. It is not hateful to seek the truth. And then a fucking advertisement for his goddamn piece of shit fucking show. Oh, God. I want to see if Trump has said anything about this. Hopefully it hasn't come from the top, something transphobic. I've been fully briefed on the tragic shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The FBI quickly responded, and they are on the scene. The White House will continue to monitor this terrible situation. Please join me in praying for everyone involved. All right, well, at least King Doland hasn't shilled out some transphobic shit from the top regarding the situation. Granted, he's been transphobic since the beginning. Oh, but yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is dangerous rhetoric for transgender people. They're going to use this as an excuse to just ostracize and probably commit violent acts on trans people. The White House put out a full-page statement. Where, on whitehouse.gov? Whitehouse.gov, proclamations maybe? Yeah, here. Honoring the victims of the tragedy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mark our respect. Okay, let's just make sure if there's nothing transphobic in this. All right, good. There's nothing transphobic in this. Thank God. They're flying the flag at half staff. Well, I mean, listen. Good. Should. Why is Trump commenting on this and not the other shootings? Why do you think? Because a trans person did the shooting and it happened at a Catholic church. Probably a couple of white Catholic kids. You know, it's perfect for them. It really feeds into their rhetoric. It feeds into their lie that like all transgender people are fucking mentally deranged. It's perfect ammunition for them. Like, I'm not kidding. You need to understand how demented these people are. When they found out there was a shooting, people like Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth, Trump, they were definitely Charlie Kirk, Matt Walsh, they were like, oh, that's terrible. And then when they found out that the shooter was trans, I guarantee you they smiled. And the whole story for them changed from a sad story to ammunition that they can use. That is how, yeah, it fits their confirmation bias. This is how those minds work, bro. It's only bad until they can use it to spin their narrative. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Meanwhile, and again, back to my point from the beginning of this video. Every time there's a shooter that's like some MAGA hyper conservative, like fucking, you know, every time they always say, don't politicize it. Shut the fuck up. Thoughts and prayers. And even Charlie Kirk off the rip was like, thoughts and prayers. Let's, thoughts and prayers. It's so fucked, dog. It's so fucked. All right, I'm going to cut this video here because, that's all I got for you. I'm going to keep the live stream going. We still got more to talk about. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. It was M to F trans person. Yeah, but I mean, we don't have any details. I don't know if the shooter actually got like transitional surgery or if they just like identified as Robin. Who gives a fuck? That's my point. They give her the $5. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm saying like we're feeding into the Republican narrative right now, which is like, who gives a fuck about the identity? This is about the crime. You know what I mean? It's fucked. It's fucked. Anyway, all right. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right. That one's done. Oh, God. Mass shooting in Minneapolis. How about we focus on the victims? Exactly. We're gonna need this. Episode 218. Charlie Kirk gross smile. Okay. Canva. Amy just became a loyalist again. Thank you very much. My fellow ODST. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna play it today. Hey, by the way, how do you get the ODST skin? How do you get the ODST skin? Anybody know? You gotta buy it? Okay. Can I just buy it? I can just buy it, right? $15? Copy that. Nino Baker just became a loyalist. Thank you very much. Thank you for the $20 donation. Here's your ODST skin. See you playing inside, Hell Jumper. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Can this shit load? Bitch, Chris, buy it for me? I ain't buying you shit, dog. I get my money because I earned it. You want your money? Earn it too. Jack uses AP mines irresponsibly. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to know that. He's going to fucking kill me with one. Um... What do you guys think about that? I know it's not the best. It ain't the best. You dig it, though? You dig it? It's good. I can't think of any way to, like, make it better. Messy? I know, it is messy. I really respect what you're doing with Charlie there, for real. What do you mean? Okay, I don't even know what you mean. Just by putting him there, you respect me just for putting Charlie there? White outline on the Freakazoid? Yeah, I think you're right. I think the black outline kind of doesn't work. Let's try a white outline. What about that? Yeah, that's better, right? Itty bitty BB? Nah, bro. This shit don't call for it. All right, let's get that video posted and then we can move on. It definitely looks like a Valenti video, which is what matters. That's a smart individual. You understand how it works. You understand how it works. That's a smart individual right there. Can we get some W's in the chat for Manuel, for the smart boy he is? Sent you an Xbox request for later. Copy that. 10-4. I'm probably gonna play my first game with my brother and our two friends. But then eventually, when they get off, I'll play with you guys. I owe them that. All right, let's get the thumbnail up. Give me back my frames. Give me back my frames. Give me back my frames. Okay, so mass school shooting. Is it a mass shoot? All right, mass shooting. Mass shooting at a Catholic school. Hold on. Charlie Kirk blames mass shooting at a Catholic school on all trans people. This is perfect. No. This is their moment. This is dangerous. How about this? This is dangerous. Charlie Kirk blames mass shooting at a Catholic school on all trans people. Minneapolis had a tragedy today. The thoughts and prayers crowd has devolved into blaming SSRIs for this. Charlie Kirk is gross. Almost done, guys. No issues were found with the video. All right, let's make sure it starts properly. So there was a mass shooting at a Catholic. All right, it just needs a little bit of a tweak once it's up. Got in a boxing match with one Republican. Who are you picking? Mitch McConnell. I feel like that's a valid answer, right? All right. 0309. Okay. New cut. Fine. So there was a mass shooting at a Catholic school / Catholic church in. So there was a mass shooting at a Catholic school / Catholic church. All right, we're good. In Minneapolis, and it's tragic. It's brutal. It's disgusting. Okay. Who from the right-wing influencer sphere would you box? I wouldn't box anybody. I don't box. And also, I don't do this for the clout. I do this because I think my nation's going to be fucking gone in 4 years. It's weird, dude. I hate when people do that shit where they try to, like, turn this shit into some sort of content game. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's weird. All right. Trump bans COVID vaccine. Oh, I'm not reading this off the Daily Beast. I'll read it off Vox. America's leading physician groups are now openly defying RFK Jr. This isn't the same thumbnail. Oh. Trump officials say yearly COVID shots will no longer be approved for healthy adults and children. What? Yeah, we're all gonna die, bro. And I don't mean like without the COVID vaccine, we're all gonna die. I mean like the people in charge of our like health department are the same people who are drinking like methylene blue, the dye that turns like fish tanks like a nice cool blue. Fish tank dye. Fucking injects heroin, or he used to. Like we're fucked. Who was getting that yearly? Dude, I know plenty of people who have gotten COVID boosters yearly. People who already have immune compromised deficiencies. Like people who are on like chemotherapy, dude, they're getting that shit because they don't have an immune system. If they catch COVID, it will just kill them. Or even if you don't have an immune deficiency, if you are like a close family member of yours has an immune deficiency, you know, like if your grandma has cancer or something, yeah, you're going to want to have a COVID vaccine. I have a baby. Nelson has a baby. Like, there's a lot of people who are getting the COVID vaccine regularly, bro. They're getting boosters. Good night, Obi-Wan. Top officials at the FDA laid out new requirements for yearly updates to COVID shots, saying they'd continue to use a streamlined approach that would make vaccines available to adults 65 and older, as well as children and younger adults with at least one health problem that puts them at higher risk. So what, you gotta be sick to get a vaccine? The whole point of the vaccine is before you get sick. But the FDA framework urges companies to conduct large, lengthy studies before tweaked vaccines can be approved for healthier people. In a framework published Tuesday by the New England Journal of Medicine, agency officials said the approach still could keep annual vaccinations available for between 100 million and 200 million adults. Upcoming changes raise questions about people who may still want a fall COVID-19 shot but don't clearly fall into one of these categories. Quote, is the pharmacist going to determine if you're in a high-risk group, asked Dr. Paul Offit, a vaccine expert at Children's Hospital Philadelphia. Quote, the only thing that can come of this will make vaccines less insurable and less available. What is the point of this? We simply don't know whether a healthy 52-year-old woman with a normal BMI who has had COVID-19 3 times and has received 6 previous doses of a COVID-19 vaccine will benefit from a 7th dose. Yeah, well, you know what? Nobody's benefiting from a 3rd fucking Big Mac, and you don't prevent them from getting that. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Here to check in on my boy across the Hudson. How you doing, brother? How far art thou? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, my boy. But like, deadass, you're not restricting anybody from getting their 2nd box of Krispy Kreme, but you're not gonna benefit from the 7th dose, so you can't have it. Suck my dick. If I want it, I'm getting it. I don't benefit from a tattoo, and I got them. Jesus Christ. This is a very dangerous step. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're like, we got rid of the food dye in Skittles, so now when you eat just pure sugar, it'll be even healthier. Fuck off! Shut up! If you're eating Skittles, you're not healthy. Fuck the food dye. You're eating Skittles. What? So the president of Argentina is in here.
Que vamos a terminar con el quiserismo nunca más. Nunca más. Nunca más.
That's fucking crazy. That's how assassination happened. Yeah, no, dead ass, verbatim.
This is what happens when fishing trip goes.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck your fishing trip. I didn't mean to click shorts. Ezra Klein with a almost hour 15 about Trump is building his own paramilitary force. Bro, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind one day. I'm not even a smart dude. I'm not a smart dude, bro. But every fucking day, something I said like fucking 6 months ago gets covered by the news. And it makes me want to fucking scream. Because it's like, yeah, where have you been? Where have you been? We could have stopped this. We could have prevented this shit. You know what I'm saying? We could have prevented this. Ugh. Chris, you're not stupid. Stop limiting yourself. I'm not stupid, but I'm not a genius. You know what I'm saying? That's important. I'm not a genius. I'm not a prophet. And I can see what's going on. I can see what's going on, which means you can see what's going on, which means they can see what's going on. And if they can see what's going on, then they know what they're doing and they're doing it willingly. You know what I'm saying? Jack just sent, Jack, shut the fuck up and eat your Skittles. Eat your fucking Skittles. Just got here. Who we mad at? Yes. We're mad at the conservatives for being fucking fascist. We're mad at the Democrats for being fucking complicit in the fascism. We're mad at the conservatives and the Democrats for funding and approving of a fucking genocide. We're mad at you, Kyle. Fuck you, Kyle. Sorry. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? I wasn't. Fuck you, Alice. Are you mad at me? I wasn't. Fuck you, Peachy. Yeah, no, meanwhile, Trump is literally fucking blitzkrieging 19 states. We've got... Dude, you know what Trump is doing? You know what he's doing? He's activating the National Guard to invade the United States, and he's waging foreign wars to activate the fucking Marines and the Air Force and the Army and the Coast Guard, and he's getting them out. So, like, we're caught with our dicks in our hands. You know what I mean? Yeah, and so that he can get wartime powers. He wants wartime powers. He's never going to give them up. Fucking Space Force. Yo, I'll tell you this. Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Push comes to shove. Shit gets brazy. Okay? And I don't mean Civil War. Civil War is not brazy. I mean like World War. We all join Space Force. Okay? And we train, and we get real good, and we get a couple of X-Wings. We all have X-Wings. And they trust us. And we just leave. We just take the moon. We just take the moon. Fucking plant, like, the Valenti Videos logo on the moon. Minions! Tonight, we steal the moon! That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Right? Right? Should I goon? Throw him in the corner. Throw him in the corner. Throw him in the corner immediately. Corner. I want to watch him disappear. I want to see it disappear. There it goes. Get the fuck out of here. Mr. Valeni, you gotta stop smoking the Beijing AC units. Just stopped after 5 years, my king. I know. I know. I'm just a coward. I know. I probably should. I did cover the school shooting. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, no, being a leftist is watching a liberal fucking freak out about what's going on and going, yeah, dude, told you this shit would happen. Like, that's literally what it means to be a leftist. Dude, being a leftist is going, hey, guys, I think this dude's a fascist. And everyone going, brother, shut the fuck up. This is healthy debate. And you go, no, for real, yo, I think this guy's a fucking fascist. And they go, come on, calm down. And then 6 months later, the liberal goes, guys, this guy's a fascist. And I'm sitting there going, first time. Like, and then a new leftist is born. I swear to God, because they go, guys, this is fascism. And the party line hasn't moved, right? The party line goes, no, no, it isn't. And we're going to vote our way out of this. Gavin Newsom, 2028. And I'm sitting there looking at them, and they're going like this. You're me. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then they see me, and I'm going, remember me? Remember me? I told you. Hey, I'm a huge fan, but wouldn't selling merch be capitalism? Yeah, dude. I live in the United States of America, which is under a capitalist organization of the economy. You see what I'm in right now? It's called a room. The room is in something called an apartment. The apartment needs the rent to be paid. Rent can only be paid through money, and money needs to be earned. Socialism is not when no work. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. And do you know how many slaves I have? 0, zilch, nada, none. Jack, shut the fuck up. Delete that. I ain't got no slaves, right? So my money is given to me very peacefully. Yeah, I knew what you were typing, Jack, you son of a bitch. I can smell you a mile away. But you're anti-capitalism. Isn't that hypocritical? No, John. Is your take that in order to be against the capitalist system that we live under, you need to not make any money? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that by participating in the economy I live under, I simply cannot be critiquing capitalism? Is that what you're saying? Chris isn't anti-capitalism, he's anti-corporate socialism, which is what we have. No, I am vehemently anti-capitalism. You are my own brother, you know this. Chris participates in capitalism every day. Everyone in this nation does! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then people say to me, they go, why do you vape? I disagree. I define what you are. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like an older brother response. But yeah, no, guys. Capitalism is when you don't make money. I mean, sorry. Socialism is when no money. Oh, Jesus. Socialism is when no iPhone. Zero out of 10 rage bait. Malenti's usually pretty decent. I rage bait. Especially me. Okay, so this is kind of funny. Chris, do you think this could have a positive outcome and that the gangs will unite against the Chicago raid? Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to have a positive outcome, but I do think gangs are going to have somebody else to shoot at for once. Yeah, no, guys, socialism is actually when everyone... Actually, wait, no, Jack, that would be hyper-capitalism. Hyper-capitalism is when everyone becomes an iPhone and nobody has one. You know what I mean? Capitalism, hyper-capitalism is when in the middle of your conversation you go, this conversation is sponsored by Target. Target. Get yourself a $10 margarita today. Like, that's capitalism. You know what I mean? Chris, I know way more about capitalism than you, though. Yeah. Probably. You make a lot more money than I do. Tell you that much. So honestly, you better listen to me. I don't give a fuck about anything you say. Matt, you're my mod because you're my brother. But you're a dumb fuck bitch boy. I just made $100. Suck my dick. Capitalism is bad. Socialism. Ah! Oh, look at that. $100 socialism. Oh, give it to me. Money, 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 money. Oh, money, 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 money. And frankly, I'm going to be using that $100 to trans a kid. We're going to be transing the youth and spreading Marxist-Leninist ideology. Remember, folks, every last dollar that is donated to this channel will be spent on spreading Marxist-Leninist Palestinian gay ideology. Oh. Thank you for the $100, Dante. Thank you for the $100, brother. But have you considered money, 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 money? Ooh. Oh. Everyone's trans. Put your hands up. I'll take out my dick. All right. Trump imposes 50% tariff on India as punishment for buying Russian oil. Oh no. I'm going to have to pay 50% more for Indian goods. Thanks, Doland. President Doland imposed a 50% tariff on most U.S. imports from India, making good on a threat to punish one of the world's largest economies over its purchases of discounted Russian oil. The tariffs, which came into effect just after midnight on Wednesday in Washington, risk inflicting significant damage on the Indian economy and further disrupting global supply chains. U.S. tariffs on 25% of Indian goods went into force earlier this month, but Trump announced plans to double the rate, citing New Delhi's purchases of Russian oil, which the White House has argued are indirectly funding Russia's war against Ukraine. Yeah. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, Donnie boy? You ain't got the cards. You ain't got the fucking cards, Donnie boy. The fuck you think is going on? I don't care what India does with Russia. They can take their dead economies down together for all I care. You clearly do care, brother. Getting so many good clips for TikTok. Thanks, brother. Much appreciated. That's the Valenti Videos Industrial Complex. You know, that's one of my favorite gears. He's one of my favorite cogs. Cranking in the machine. Oh, everybody say massive W's. Massive W's for Seymour Butts. Massive W, Seymour, massive W. Gotta crank it. Ooh, 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 ooh. 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 Ooh, Melania. Ooh. Ooh, Hillary. Ooh, Kamala. Oh, I'm gonna come. Please do not come. Oh, I'm gonna come. Oh. Hi, Beans. Grand jury declines to indict man who threw a sandwich at the federal officer in D.C. Yo, that's massive W's. Massive W's for the fucking sandwich hero. Massive W's. Massive W's, bro. That's my hero. Dude, that's my fucking hero, dog. Hi. Hi, Mr. Man. Hi, Beans. You okay? Hi. What are you looking at, dude? Fuck is you looking at, my guy? Luigi, what are you looking at, mama? Hmm? Chris, what are you doing if the National Guard comes to New York? We'll do a little bit of trolling. We like to do a little bit of trolling here in New York City. We like to do a little bit of trolling here. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. I like to do a little bit of trolling. See the White House TikTok? I have their TikTok. Before I even pull it up, you know what? Let me pull it up and see if there's any copyrighted music. Let's see. Because I swear to God, if they got fucking music in the background of this, I'm gonna tweak. I'm gonna look at it without the audio first. All right, there's no audio. We already saw this, bro. This isn't just their TikTok. They posted this online. They posted this on the White House official website. Threw a hoagie at the chest of a federal officer. Brother went into Subway, got a sandwich, and chucked it at. He didn't even eat his dinner. Dude, that's so goated. That is so fucking sick. You saw Zoran. Have you seen Zoran with the same bag of chips using the Adams bribe? No, but that's funny as fucking hell, dude. That's funny as hell.
maximizing the viewership.
Was Jill on the cover?
Yeah.
Twice, I think.
She was on the cover twice.
And then you have
was Michelle Obama on the cover?
3 times.
3 times.
Okay.
On Vogue.
Do you think those two women are prettier than Melania Trump?
You're not
more
going
on
to
that,
answer
let's
that.
go to
Not going to
Harold.
answer that. Not going to answer that.
No, do you think they're prettier?
No,
Is it
Melania-
not about pretty? Is it about fashion? Because Melania is also more fashionable.
Right. She is. She's the most attractive first lady ever. Let's be honest. I have not seen
Martha Washington?
It's a weird thing to
I
say.
have not seen her.
She's
Or we
not
have-
your type?
The problem is.
I've seen Melania's tits. Brother, Melania Trump is not the most attractive first lady. Melania Trump is the first cheap Slovenian hooker to be the first lady. She's the first whore. That's what she is. I have seen her tits. I've seen the president's wife's tits. Don't talk to me about her being pretty. I don't want to fucking hear it.
When you have portraits instead of pictures,
You can't
don't
really get a good look.
Thank you.
What about Jackie O?
All right. What's your point? Why am I?
What's my
getting
point?
straight?
What's your point? You said she's going to start dating somebody.
I got you.
All right, Luigi, you want to come up? You want to say hi? You don't want to come up? Okay. What? Oh, you want to play? Oh, Weenie want to play? Weenie want to play? Oh, get back up there. Get back up here. Come on. No? You're not coming? Okay. Chris, how did you just turn on your Xbox? I didn't. I didn't turn on my Xbox. Malenti, did you just fucking turn on my Xbox? What do you mean you did? For what? For what? What did you turn on my Xbox for? For what? For what? For what? I'm deleting the Battlefield beta from Mom's house. You're a Battlefield beta. Bitch. You fucking Battlefield beta ass bitch. Bastard. Got him. Got him. Y'all got Xbox? I got 2. I got one at my mom's house and I got one here. Got a lake in the window. It's a river. I do think that, I mean, Crystal Knocked 2.0 is inevitable. It's going to come. But I don't think it's going to be targeting trans people. I think it's going to be targeting the fake news media. Anyway. All right, listen, guys. I'm going to call it here. I got to eat some food. I got to play with the dog. She's a little bit rowdy. She wants to play. Got to play with her. What is this, though?
I have to come clean.
Oh, yeah.
I have something to hide.
That's Zoram with the... So, if you don't know, Eric Adams, his staff passed this exact bag of chips, but full of cash, to a reporter to try and silence her, and it was the funniest shit ever. Everybody in the world saw it. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do everything you got to do to help out the channel financially. Love you all. Love you all. Love you all. Have a good one. Later, 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 later.